factor and the remainder theorem. Alright, both are equally important. The factor and the remainder theorem, they are relevant, but we're gonna be using mostly the factor theorem, more especially when we get to cubic functions. Cubic functions, that is where we are dealing with a third degree equation, and in order to solve that third degree equation, you would have to use the factor theorem, and in conjunction with what? The synthetic method or the long division method to get roots for your cubic function. Okay, so in this recording, I'm going to show you how to deal with the factor theorem and the remainder theorem. They are part of the exam, so they are relevant. Okay, so let's start with the remainder theorem. So the remainder theorem states that if a polynomial f of x is divided by a linear polynomial ax plus b, the remainder is equal to this. So you basically take the linear polynomial, what you are dividing with, you equate it to 0 and then you solve for x. Whatever x is, you substitute into the polynomial f of x. It should give you a remainder that is a value. Let me show you what I mean. Here's an example. In this example, but if f of x, which is the polynomial f of x, this is divided by a linear polynomial x minus 1, find the remainder. Find the remainder. Okay, so for example 1, I have f of x or 2x cubed plus 4x squared minus 3x plus 4 in case awuyiboni. So I'm just rewriting what's above lapha. Alright, you take what you are dividing with, you equate it to 0, then you solve for x. X is equal to 1. You're gonna take this x equal to 1 and substitute it into the original equation. Then this is a totally remainder yethu. So f of 1, where there's x, everywhere there's x, I'm going to substitute 1 and calculate the remainder, equal to 2 1 cubed plus 4 1 squared minus 3 1 plus 4. Okay, plus 4. Then let's calculate, it's 3. Okay, that's 2 squared plus 3. Okay, not plus 3 but minus 3. I'm calculating plus 4. The answer is equal to 7. So therefore it means that x minus 1, this linear, when dividing this polynomial, it leaves a remainder of what? Of 7. Let's grab another example. So I have this example where, but you find the remainder for this. Alright, so there's f of x being divided by this linear polynomial. Find the remainder. Now I have f of x that is equal to x cubed plus 2x squared minus 4x plus 1. We take this, what we are dividing with, equate it to 0 and solve for x. X is equal to 3 in this case. Then we take this and substitute it into f of x. F of, where there's x, I'm gonna substitute what? 3. I'm replacing x everywhere with a 3. 3 cubed plus 2 3 squared minus 4 2 plus 1 equal to, we calculate 3 plus 2 3. Oh, that's a squared. Okay, cancel. 3 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 1. I'm getting 38. So it means that whenever I substitute 3 into this polynomial, which is what I divided with, I'm gonna get a remainder of what? 38. Last one. Now here it's just a twist on the theorem in question, the remainder theorem. In this case, they want us to find the value for m. The m is one of the coefficients of the polynomial f of x. If the remainder is 4, find the value of m if the remainder is 4 for this f of x divided by x minus what? 2. This is f of x, 2x cubed minus 7x squared minus mx minus what? 12 is divided by what? By x minus what? 2. We equate this to 0 and solve for x. X now becomes what? 2. X is equal to 2. We take this x and substitute it into this, right? F of 2. I know they want us to find what? M. 2 minus m2 minus what? 12. Okay, but whenever I substitute okay, not the remainder but the divisor, the linear polynomial that I'm dividing with into the polynomial, I'm getting a remainder of what? Of 4. So it means that whenever I substitute by the 2, I should get a 4. This is equal to 2 cubed minus 7 2 squared. Lana, it's gonna be a minus 2m minus what? 12. This is what I have. Now, me substituting the remainder into the equation, I end up with a equation that allows me to calculate what? M. Okay, so Lana, it's gonna be the 4 equal to, I'm like terms, so I'm gonna add this, I'm gonna combine, go about 2 cubed minus 7 2 squared minus 12. I'm getting minus 24 minus 2m. We transpose minus 2m. Lana is gonna be a 28 minus 2m. We divide by minus 2 and a minus 2. M becomes what? 14. 2. Yes, that's 14. I'm just verifying. So m is equal to a minus what? 14. So this is the remainder theorem. Okay, now we have the factor theorem. The factor theorem states the same thing as the remainder theorem, but instead of having a remainder, you have a 0. If f of x is a polynomial such that f of minus b over a is equal to 0. Now, the factor theorem is the important, like, is the star of the show. Factor theorem is the most useful thing, right? And the remainder theorem, it's what gave birth to the factor theorem, right? So the factor theorem is basically the remainder theorem. Instead of having a remainder that is a number, you have a remainder that is 0 for the factor theorem. If f of x is a polynomial such that f of minus b over a is equal to 0. So for the factor theorem, the remainder is equal to 0. Then this linear function ax plus b is what? Is a factor. Is a factor of f of x, right? Is a factor of f of x. Let's explore some examples, maybe just few, because this one is straightforward. Now, prove that x minus 3 is a factor of f of x, right? We take this minus 3, equate to 0, and solve for x. Take 3 and substitute into the polynomial f of x. F of 3, then cancel it, 3 squared minus 9. So when you punch this, you should get a 0. Therefore, the x minus 3 is a factor. Why? It's because of the remainder is equal to 0. Okay, is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Okay, where was I writing? Oh, here. All right, I'm gonna erase that. Example number 2. Calculate the value of k if x minus 3 is a factor of this, right? Is a factor. So it means that the remainder is what? Is 0 in this case. So we're gonna do the following. Sizoti, when x minus 3, you're gonna be equated to 0. So for x, you are equal to bani. X is equal to 3. We come to this equation, this polynomial, we substitute 3 wherever there's x. So it's gonna be 3, 2, go 3, go 3 plus 4, go 3 squared minus 6, go 3 minus k. Now, we are told that the x minus 3 in this case is a factor. If it's a factor, it means that we're gonna have a remainder of 0. This are all like terms, so we're gonna simplify. Go about 3, 3, go about plus 4, go about 3 squared, go about minus 6 times 3, go about 72 minus k. We're gonna make k the subject of the formula. I think it would be a better idea to bring k over to the left hand side. We now have k that is equal to a 72. Okay, so this concludes our discussion on the factor and remainder theorem. Okay, check out the description box for oh, okay, no, there's nothing in the description box, but if you have any questions for this regarding this discussion, just leave my questions in the comment section. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. For now, see you on the next one. Peace.